Hello everyone, myself Nandit Kaushik, doing PhD at IIT Mandi. So today we will be learning about the digital design flow using open source tools. Now to understand open source tools, we have to first install them. So for installing, this guy has created a script file so that all the required tools like for synthesis, for placement, for routing, for DRC, for LVS, all the tools required will be installed by using his script. So if you search Kunal VSD flow, then you will get this GitHub link from where you can if follow the steps and can install all these tools required. So here are the steps given. So I have followed the same steps. If you follow these steps up to 5, then you would be able to install all the tools required. The thing is that if you get any package error or dependencies error while installing, so you can Google those things, and from Stack Overflow you can easily can get the solution for those errors. And after 30 to 40 minutes it will take time, and after 30 to 40 minutes all the tools will be installed in a directory named VSD flow. Like if I can show you, like in I have installed this VSD flow itself. So it will be installed in your directory named as VSD flow. Now for that, the major tool which we are going to use is the Qflow. Qflow is an open source digital synthesis flow. So in this tool, it all other tools are implemented in this tool. Like for like first we have synthesis. Synthesis is the converting of the Verilog code into an RTL netlist of is, or we can say that mapping of the Verilog code into a standard cell netlist. So this synthesis is done by an open source tool named YOSYS, pronounced as YOSYS. So that tool is used for synthesis. Now for placement, we used another open source tool called GrayWolf. Similarly, for routing, we used QRouter. For timing analysis, we use Vesta. So all those tools are combined and integrated in this Qflow in the form of a GUI. So it is very easy to use this GUI. Other way of using is you can also use through the command prompts. So if you want to know about all these tools in details, or this opencircuitdesign.com/qflow is the website through which you can get all the required information, how to operate this tool, what are the commands, what are the files. Likewise, like here they have given an overview, what is the use of this tool, what is digital synthesis, what do you mean by placement, and all those necessary information which is required. So you can read from here. So it is self-sufficient here. So all those tools, what are the components of these tools. And so once you install this Qflow, which can be done with the help of these steps, so you would be, all the tools would be successfully installed, then you will be able to use this Qflow. So after that, so I assume that after installation, these tools are successfully installed, and let us start using these tools. So the important thing is that first of all, go into this folder VSD flow, and you have to first create a directory. So I have created directory E159. In this, you have to import your Verilog code. I have created here a counter.v, counter Verilog code. So this is an up counter, 4-bit up counter. So there are my inputs: C, clear, clock enable, and output, and one temporary register. And this is the code for, like, for positive edge of clock. If clear, then counter goes to 0. If clock enable, then it temp is equal to temp plus 1, and it will store in the queue output. So this is my Verilog code for up counter. Similarly, though, this is the file you needed. After that, so functional verification, as we already done through the Vivado. So you can do the functional verification through Vivado. After that, the next step is of synthesis. Now the thing is that how to open these tools. So first of all, we have to open it in terminal from the directory itself where this file is present. This is the important step, that you have to open the terminal from your project directory. So when I open this, so now the command for invoking Qflow is qflow GUI. So once I done this GUI window opens of Qflow Manager. Now, if you can see, user is Nandit, as this is my PC. So your name will be here, or whatever the name of your PC. Project directory. So I have first created project directory EE519. Now you can see that there are preparation, synthesis, placement, STA, routing, post route, migration, DRC, LVS, GDS, cleanup. So with the help of this tool, you have to click on run and all those scripts will run itself. Otherwise, another option would be like for synthesis, you can invoke uses because uses has already been installed. So you can invoke uses, then you have to write commands and then that file will be output file be generated, which will be input to the placement tool, which is Grey Wolf. So all those hassle has been removed with the help of this GUI. So what this, when you click on this run button, the script file starts running in the background, which takes the required file and gives the output. So first thing is this technology. So there are 5 technologies present here. So OSU stands for Oklahoma State University. So this is an open source library file which has been given to us. So we will take the default OSU 1018, which means 18 micrometer or 18 nanometer. Now, if you see, now we have to select this source file. So if I select here source file counter.v, it is in my directory open. So as soon as you open this Verilog source file, the Verilog module, the top name of your module. So my top name, so my module name was counter. So automatically it comes. So after every synthesis step, set, stop, clear, stop, is that key. If I click run here, so it should stop after executing preparation. If you click on this clear stop, then it will stop after cleanup. So we want to see each step. So set stop. So now this is for preparation. Preparation means let some files need to be created before executing all these steps, like project.vsh, SRH. I don't know the extension, but if you click on this run, it will be automatically generated. Like I've clicked here. So if you can see in the folder here, E519. So initially I was having only counter.v. So these folders and all these files have been created by the preparation step. So the next step would be, so here you can also see the log file that next project action is synthesis. Now for synthesis, if you see, what you have to do, you have to just click on run because file has already been selected. Now if I click on run, it has, the synthesis has been completed. Now now because here we cannot see anything. So what you can do, you can go on the log file and you can see this synthesis.log. So this is the log file where synthesis has been done. So this uses open synthesis suite. This has been first executed and all those steps which are needed are automatically done here. So you can see synthesis, optimization, all those things are written here. If you want to go in detail, what are the steps for the synthesis, I recommend you to go to this Yosis website where they have explained each and everything in detail. So for us, important thing is that what is our, so you can see what the total number of wires, total number of bits, memories. So if you can see the total number of cells in our design is 13. So you can see D flip-flop are 4 because it is a 4-bit counter. So we would be needing 4 D flip-flop. So all these things. So after this step, what you will get this after ABC, you can get the number of cells. After this is the last final step, that it will tell you total number of wires, total number of cells. So the thing is that D flip-flop is 4. These are the buffers, all those things, XNOR. So you will get these statistics. So this is the netlist generated by the synthesis tool, this uses tools. After mapping with the, you can see OSU 18 standard cells. So the process of synthesis is to map the Verilog code into the standard cells of the specified library. So this is the log file of the synthesis. So now we can see, if I go to the synthesis folder, the files which have been generated. So these are the files which have been generated, like counter.rtl.v. So this is the netlist file. You can see this is the netlist file here. RTL netlist file. Similarly, this is the Spice file, Spice netlist. So all these files are being created. These files would be the input to the next placement tool and other all these things. So, but if we go through command, then we have to select manually by writing the commands and all those things. So this Qflow does all these things for us. So after synthesis, let's go here. Here it is. For placement. Now, if I run on placement, then you will see this placement Grey Wolf tool is running and it is says okay. Now you can go through this log again here in the files. If you go through the log file, where it is here, so you can see log place.log. Now it will tell you, so the output file bleaf it has taken, and then all these if you can see Grey Wolf tool has been invoked here. So now you can see the total standard cells are 20, the width, height, area, all those things you can see here. So this is the log file of the placement tool. And lastly, you can see all the number of components, all this, what is the def file, all these things you can see here. Now to understand what all these files are, I recommend you to go through this Qflow tool, which tells you all the required steps like required components. So if you go through this, you would be able to understand what we are doing and what are the steps. If you go on tutorials, so he has given an full tutorial ki what do you mean by each step, ki how we are proceeding. So this is the good way to understand the things. Similarly, you can visit each website, like for Grey Wolf, this is the GitHub source code. From here you can see the readme file and all those, what it does, how it is placing the files. Next thing is that key after that what we have to do. So now we will do static timing analysis. Then simply click on run here. So it is done. So now let us see what it has done. So STA, if I click on STA, then you will see. So STA, you can see the running Vesta timing. The tool name is Vesta static timing analysis tool. So if you can see, the first important thing is key to see, get the information of the standard cell from this library. Now, if you can see, first it has analyzed 8 paths. So top 8 maximum delay paths. So we know we have 4 D flip-flops. So D flip-flop to D flip-flop number 4. The delay is 871.417 picosecond. And setup at the destination flip-flop is the 72 picosecond. So likewise for D flip-flop 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 1. Similarly, then we have 4 output pins. So from D flip-flop 1 to output pin Q0. So you can see all these details are written here. And the maximum clock frequency comes out to be 1147 megahertz. Then 8 minimum delay paths, flip-flop 4. So what this tool is doing, that it is examining all the paths involved. So this is like from flip-flops, from flip-flops to outputs. Now if you can see, then the next 12 paths are analyzed. They are from input pin to the various flip-flops. So you know all these delays which are involved in a circuit, like from register to register, input to register, register to output, or input to output. All those delays are analyzed here. So likewise from input pin C to D flip-flop number 4, delay is this. And from input pin, this input pin C is clock enable. So only when this is enabled, only then our circuit will work. So like this, from this is the delay. So you can see that all these delays are defined here. So you top 12 maximum delay path. So you can see the maximum delay is from input pin. So if you want to see the input to register delay, so that comes out to be 476, the maximum delay. And from where it, from which path it is, from input pin clock enable to D flip-flop number 4. So likewise, you can see all those details, key, what is the paths. Now, if you want to know the minimum paths, input to D flip-flop for 11.3 picosecond. So this is, you can see from here, the minimum path, all those things. So, and it also tells us hold at the destination. Somewhere it would be written like here it is written, a design meets minimum hold timing. So these hold timing, these all values give what is the delay, setup time of D flip-flop, and the what is the C to Q delay of a flip flop, what is its hold time. These all are defined in the library files. So for the thing is that the D flip flop, so these standard cells, so these all are defined in the library file. From there, it is calculating these delays. What is the delay? So suppose for D flip flop, a delay has been defined in the library file. From there, we are computing all these delays. So this was the static timing analysis. After that, what we have is the routing. So the same step that we will click on run, and routing has been done. Now for to see that what has been done, we can clearly go here and we can see the route. So now routing is done through the Q router. This is the another tool. So this is done from the Q router. So two important files are there. One is .lef, which contains all the data about the standard cells and the technology files, and another is DEF file. So you can see if I can go to the last, you can see the total routing, total number of routes is 136 and no failed routes. And lastly it writes here it is written, where it is writing all these files after the uh, routing. So now this Q router is another tool. So if you want to know about these tools individually, then you can, I've already opened this. Q router is here. So it is written here what is Q router and what are its steps. So you can, from here you can see the detailed information about all the, because here this what I'm showing you is just an abstract view how you can create your, take a design to till the GDS2 file. So all these things, this is an abstract view just for a simple example I'm taking. So you can go through these individual tools to know their functioning and how they operates. Like now two important files like DEF file and LEF file. So the same, it is written that .lef file is an file format for describing circuit technology and parameter. Similarly, the def file contains is the file format for describing circuit layout. So you can see that for the purposes of input to Q router, the def file describes the circuit to be routed, should contain component section describing the placement, and pins section describing the placement of pins, and net section declaring the netlist to be routed. So all these things are being defined in this def file and lef file. So which are generated by the placement tool GrayWolf. So these are the inputs to the Q router tool. So let's go to our next step, which was so this is the routing log. So after routing, one thing I forgot to tell you that after each step you can see the layout. So you can see the layout. Okay, what is the layout till now? After routing, this is the layout. So after each step, after placement, you can see the layout. Okay, what is the layout now? What is the layout after routing? Now, so after routing, this is the layout. Now, what is the thing is post routing static timing analysis. So one we first after routing, let's do post routing static timing analysis. So we will run it again, and it is okay. Okay, so now we will see what has been done in the post routing. So we will go through the post routing STA log file. Now if you go here again, it is opening Vesta static timing analysis tool, and again then top 8 maximum delay paths after routing. So now if you can see this static timing analysis, it was 871 before routing, and now it is 894. So you can see there is around 20 picosecond extra delay has been added after routing. So similarly, you can see all keyword now after, now the clock frequency is this. Initially it was this. So after routing, there is increase in the delay. Similarly, you can see number of paths involved. So all these things are written here. So you can clearly see what are the paths. So you know each path has to be analyzed, register to register, register to output, input to register, input to output. All those delays are analyzed here, and you can clearly see the difference after routing and before routing. So the next step is to this migration is a step inbuilt in the Kubeflow manager, which the purpose of which is to create a database for the magic, because the DRC and DRC will be done through the magic tool. So this is an inbuilt step which is being done through the Kubeflow manager. So the more can be found out here itself. They have written what is the purpose of this migration step. Is to convert the DEF file layout produced by routing into a database for the magic, so that it can be manipulated to avoid errors in LVS or DRC. So whatever file name you are seeing which you are not able to understand or what is written inside that, you can actually go through this Qflow tutorial section. Each and everything is being written here, and you would be able to understand each thing perfectly. So because here I'm giving an abstract view, so I'm not going to the details here, but I've given you the websites from where you can understand all those things in detail. So after that, I will run this simply. Now after that, DRC. So DRC, so you can see the layout after. Okay, what is the layout now up to this step? So this is the layout. So let's close this. Now if I run on DRC, it will say, it will check whether DRC, so it is written here DRC is 0. So you can also go through this log file, drc.log, to see what it has done. So basically it has just taken the it has opened the magic, and from there you can see DRC is 0. Design rule check. After that, last step is LVS. Now we have to see layout versus schematic. So if you can see that total errors are 0 and there are no mismatches, LVS is done. Here is netlist match uniquely. The same is written in the where is the log file, lvs.log. The same is written here. It is matching all those things. So now you can see that LVS is done and the netlist match uniquely. So there is no error in the LVS. So these are the things. After that LVS, now we will run this GDS file. So GDS is run, and this cleanup is for the temporary files which have been created. So you can run click. So now your project is completed. It has shown the project is completed. Now all these files have been in this log file from where you can see what has happened inside it. Similarly, if you want to see the let me show. So add, this is the final layout. This is the final layout. After routing, placement, static time analysis, this comes out to be the final layout, which you can see here. So this is the GDS2 layout. So this is the last step of our design flow. Now what we have learned through open source tools, how we can take a input Verilog file and go to GDS2 file. If you want to see where that GDS file 2 is saved, you can go through in your project directly in the layout. You will see your counter.gds. So this, and all this I was telling that .lef, .def files, all these files are in this folder named layout. So this is the GDS file which you have seen. Its layout can be seen by the button edit layout. This is the final layout. So through these tools, you can take an input file, .verilog file, and convert it to till GDS2. So this was the whole point of giving you an abstract view, how you can take an how you can design digital open source tools. Thank you.